Hey peeps, welcome to the Crafty Witch UK. My name is Arietta, and tonight I thought I'd pop on for a little bit of a live, maybe an hour or so, and take a look at this paint by numbers that I have got from the works. You can see this was in their £4 deal, and I think this may have been one where there was, it was like a 3 for £10 kind of deal. I think, I can't remember. I've had it for a while, sitting in the cupboard, and I thought that this would be great for a nice little cash live stream. We would see how it was, and hopefully, you know, it'll be a little bit easier to work on than doing a massive one. We'll see a bit more progress. So remember that as other people a little bit easier, and so who do we have? Come into the comments and say hi. Let me know what you're working on. Grab yourself a cuppa, grab your current whip, or you know, whatever it is you're up to at the moment, and let me know. I love hearing about all the different things that people are working on. It is so much fun to hear about other people's projects. I like to live vicariously through all of you. So yeah, do let me know. So I'm just going to have a quick sip of coffee before we get started. My throat is super scratchy and I'm not really sure why, but hopefully so I've got Sharon working. Who else have we got? We've got Anna. Hi Anna. What are we? Oh, so Lady Anna, working on Dolphin Vortex. What? I don't one. Is that a Diamond Art Studio one? It's not one that I know, but I'm interested. Dolphins are very cute. So I'm going to get into unpacking this. I've got some of my, these are in fact my, oh, bang the camera, that was impressive. Nerdy Crafter Smart Art Kit brushes. So I've got a few of those kicking about. I've got my little, these also in fact came from the Smart Art kits. They are a really good size. Yeah, bunch of additional. Yeah, it is flat. It is Hinkler Create, who they do a lot of sort of quite child-friendly arts and crafty kits. So yeah, as I say, this was from the works. Oh, ring light. Yeah, this was from the works, and I've had it kicking about for a while. Thought it was about time that I checked it out. I'll keep that where I can see it so I know what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, so in here we have, this is always nice when they give you this. So this is like a schematic which gives you all the numbers you're going to, if you have painted over something that you need on the actual painting, you can check back here and find out what it was. Also, these are quite fun to do as a colour by numbers when you're finished. So it's like a little extra craft activity. So that's not what they're designed for. So we've got that. We've got a little paintbrush, unbranded. It's fairly good quality actually. The bristles are quite tidy, and they're soft bristles, so that should be fine to use. Let's have a look compared to these. We canvas, which is got a built-in frame, so you can just stand it up, not frame, so much as a stand, so you can just display it straight away. I'm just going to get into that because it is wrapped in plastic. So, how have you all been? The weather has been so chilly in the UK. It is unpleasant. I'm not enjoying it. So this is interesting. There is a texture on this. I don't know if the camera will pick it up or not. It's almost like the texture of watercolor paper. Yeah, that's interesting. And then you can see it's quite a thick board. It's like a thick cardboard with then the stand built into the back. So yeah, should be quite nice to work on, and the printing on it is quite clear, although it's printed in grey, so it's not going to be as easy to read as this one, but it is clear. It's just grey, but that will make it easier to cover up with the paint. Sharon says woke up to 2 inches of snow. Her feet didn't like it. Oh, yeah, we haven't had any snow yet. It probably needs to warm up a bit before we can get any snow here. So I would like snow though. Snow's so pretty. Everything looks tidy when it snows, for a while at least, until it gets all, you know, smushed up and gross. So, and then we've got our little paints. So, oh dear. Okay. This is a concern. I don't know if you can see in there. That is iPad. Okay, so we'll do what we can. We'll see what we can work with. But yeah, I've not had these for that long, and they've not been opened. I'm trying to think when I got it. It was when, oh, hi Vicky, hello. I picked up this kit when I was getting stuff for my 30 days of crafting, which was June, I think. I'm not sure. When did I do that? I'd have to go back through my old videos. But yeah, so last year I did a charity event for Shout UK. Oh, sorry, Vicky. I don't know. It's not yelling at me yet to say I've got no internet, which was the issue last week. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, so last year I did the 30 days of crafting for Shout's Great Create. Shout is a wonderful charity, just to put that out there. They are a free text support service. You can just text Shout to their number, which I do know. What is it? Oh, I don't have it written down. I feel like I advertise this properly. Yeah, so this is one of the pieces that I did for the Shout's Great Create, and I wrote the number on the side. So it is, you text Shout to 85258, and then somebody will text you back, an actual person, and you can just share your worries with them, and they're really lovely. And as I say, it's a free service. So hence the charity event to raise money for them. But that's when I bought this kit. So it's not been that long. So this is a little bit disappointing. Yeah. Can you see that? I don't know if you can. Look at that. That is not good. Not good at all, in fact. Yeah. There we go. There's the brown paint. Oh. Okay. There's definitely a dodgy connection going on somewhere. I'm not sure what's happening there. Interesting. I'll keep an eye on that. Let's check the rest of these then. So, oh yeah, these. I think some of these might be salvageable. Let's. This is lumpy, but maybe I can do something with that. Oh dearie me. Sharon, you've asked me about my journaling. Let's distract me from this rubbish paint and we'll talk journaling, shall we? So yeah, as you will have seen from last Friday's video, hopefully, because last Friday was National Sticker Day, I was showing off my new pattern, new project for this year, which is to do more creative journaling. And this is the system that I've chosen to use, which is the Happy Planner, which is a disc bound system. So for instance, oh look, there's my events for this month. Jeremiah Kettner's DP Along and DP Big Butts 23. So yeah, so each week I've been decorating with stickers and with washi, so it's nice to have, you know, other things to use. Last color scheme, which was partially inspired by the fact that it was Pencil Surprise's birthday, and so I used her favorite colors. This is the one that you'll see me do if you check out my video. So you can see I've started to actually add things in to this now, add the pen to the spread. But yeah, so just choosing something, choosing a theme for each week and getting to decorate. Next week, that's the nice thing about the disc bound system as well. You can just pull stuff out, pop it back in. So this is my before the pen for next week, where I've just got some live streams that I'm planning to attend written in. Got a big box on Tuesday because I have a therapy session. Little box here for my live next Wednesday. Planning, and then yeah, then we are into February. So I am hoping that this will carry on through the year. It's my February month that I've been working on getting everything ready for the event. Yeah, so I'm hoping people seemed to like the video that I did about the journal, and there is a thread on the Crafty Coven Facebook group where you can suggest a theme for me for a week, and then I will make a video using that theme. So yeah, do check that out. So yes, do yeah, check out that post, leave me some inspiration if you want, you know, if you've got a picture or a color scheme or I don't know, anything you want. I will try and turn that into a spread and make a video about it. Then yeah, so that might become sort of a semi-regular mini series on the channel, I suppose. So let's see if we can fix up the rest of these paints, shall we? I have got yeah, this is really gungy. I'm not sure that I assume that this is acrylic paint. It doesn't actually say, it just says paint pots. If you get this one's okay. It's thick, but it is still paint. That's a good sign. So we've got a pink. Let me just wipe that off before I dip that in a green paint. Yeah, again, that's thick, but it is usable. Oh, this is so frustrating. I'm wondering, do I try and make these paints work, or do I say to heck with it and use my own paints? Well, see, the lilac's okay. Let's get rid of you. Yeah, there's not a lot of the paint. I think maybe that's the problem. Maybe some sort of, well, I assume they're probably water-based because it's only from the works. But it's like the liquid has come out of them, so I've just been left with sort of lumpy pigments. Hi, Robin. Oh, there. Okay. Right. Well, what I will do is I will pop a little bit of water into each of those and we will see if we can bring them back to life. But I'm not hugely... I'm going to move the actual painting out of the way for a second. Let's just bring that box back over. I'm not hugely confident that this is going to work. I'm certainly not going to be able to revive this ridiculous lump of brown because they're not watercolours. So we're not going to be able to... Yeah, it's not like using a pan of watercolour where you can just add water and revive the colour. I think these are acrylics, which means when they dry, when they dry, they are more or less waterproof. Yuck. Right. I've got paint on me. No. It's not a huge problem, but I don't want to drag it all over the canvas. There we go. Okay, so pipette and water. Start off by just trying to water these guys down a little bit. And we'll see. I'm going to dump some water on that brown to see if anything happens, but I'm not hugely confident. In fact, I'm not even sure that that is a brown. It's more of a burgundy looking at it. So that's the next job then. What have I got paint-wise that could take the place of that brown? I've got my big box of paints here, some of which are in equally poor condition and really do need to just be thrown away. You are a brown. You are... So we've got... Oh, you're both light brown. Okay. You're both exactly the same. What are you? You are just brown. I've got a burnt umber. What are you? Burnt sienna. See, that might be closer. The sienna, I think that's got more red in it. Yeah, I don't do an awful lot of painting using acrylics. I tend to favour watercolours. They're a little bit, well, I find them to be a bit more forgiving, but who knows. Right, let's see if we can match this paint now. So is this okay? That's that one. Just looking at where it's going to go. So it's number 16. So it's this dark area in the center of the flowers is where the brown color would be. So I'm going to get a little bit of, that's very orangey. Might have to blend something. Red. Let's see what we can do. Well, this is exciting, isn't it? What's that one? You are scarlet. No, you'll be too yellow. Okay. Yeah, see, that's not doing anything. That one, that is just dry lump of paint. Rubbish. Bin. In the bin. So a little bit of red. Okay. I am happy enough with that. It's like mahogany kind of reddy brown colour. I'm all right with that. Let's see what it looks like on paper. Scrap paper, right. In the meantime, oh, right. Sorry, peeps. This is not quite the evening I intended, but never mind. Let's give these other ones a little mix. Where did my stick go? Mixy stick. Where did? Oh, I left it in the water. Okay. Okay. So I'm also wishing that I'd separated these little pots into their individual pots, if that makes sense, rather than yeah, that pink might be new past saving, I think. So Shaz, you said you were eating. What's for dinner? What are you having? Anything good? We had jacket potatoes for dinner, which is one of my favourite kind of comfort meals. Just these are definitely staying lumpy. I think I might need. Do I colour match and mix all of these? Might have to. Oh, yeah, that's lumpy. Oh, I missed a chat. What's that one? You've given away a lot of your paint stuff. Oh. I do agree, though. It is difficult to know what to get rid of and, you know, to make that decision. I have a whole bunch of what's the word, scrapbooking equipment that I don't use, and I really, you know, I keep sort of thinking, oh yeah, maybe I should make a video, you know, when it comes to, you know, content is key. I keep thinking maybe I should just make a video about scrapbooking and all that goes with it, but I don't know, love it. Oh yeah, Robin, don't get rid of your watercolors. No. I don't. Did I show last week? I don't know if I did. My new watercolors, because they're so pretty. She says, wondering where they are. Where have I put them? There they are. I don't know if I showed these off last week. I'm going to do it now though. So these, they came from Amazon, but these were a Christmas present from my sister-in-law. I don't know. I'm now second guessing whether I showed you guys or not. But these are honey watercolors, natural and fresh. So they're made using honey as a binding agent. And they are all metallic. So if you've seen the artwork that I did for Pencil Surprises event this month, hashtag DPBigButts23, the sort of shawl material wrap thing that the girl is wearing was painted using these to give this gorgeous metallic. I just love them, and I think there'll be lots more metallic paintings in my future. They work particularly well on black paper, so I'm going to get myself some good quality black cardstock, so that because obviously with them being watercolors, you can't use them on cheap paper. The only black paper that I've got at the moment is like what I would call sugar paper, or display paper that you would use, you know, as a background on a school notice board. So yeah, it's not going to stand up to watercolor paint. So I'm so glad that you're happy with the picture, Shaz, and I'm actually excited to see who wins it. So yeah, can't wait. Oh, color shift chameleon paints, yeah. All of the handcrafted pigments are super pricey. That set, I'll find a link and I'll pop it in the description for this video when it goes like on demand live, so that if you want to find them on Amazon you can do, because they weren't cheap, but considering what they are and considering the price that I've seen other paints go for, they were not too pricey. Right, this is nearly dry now, and looking at that, I'm okay with that as a colour match. Just, you can see it's still a little bit wet. Oh, I did like the dish that you made today, Shaz. Yes. If I was gonna get one, I would want it in a different colour. But yeah, gorgeous. And what a great find to find a mould that makes that good size dish. Go and check out Pencil Surprises resin video today. She did an unmolding, demolding of some really nice resiny things. Okay, let's get into this, and we'll muddle it through on the way. Otherwise, I'm not. Yeah, I've been here for half an hour and I've not done any painting yet. So we're going to use this weird reddy brown colour that I've made, and we're going to go in and do the number 16s. I'm using their brush to start with, and I will see how we get on But I may go to a smaller brush as we go through. Right, let's have a look. Yeah, I can already see just their brush isn't quite coming to a point at the end, so it's making small detailed work a little tricky. Although if you've seen any of my other post reviews for paint by numbers stuff, I'm never hugely precise about doing it because I think it makes it look more realistic if it's got, I'm going to sound really pretentious now, a more painterly kind of finish to it. Right, 16s, where are they? I don't think there's going to be that many, is there? Also, we've now discovered that I apparently can't paint and speak. So, sorry. Oh. So with these lives, I'm still just trying to find my way, really. I don't want to just do diamond painting because that's not who I am. At the same time, I want to provide you with content that you want to watch. So I'm sort of feeling my way through the year. Obviously, next month, all of the Wednesday videos will be linked to my diamond painting event. So having said I don't want to just do diamond painting, next week's will be competition videos. Or competition lives rather, where I'll be doing prizes and things. So not next week, sorry, next month. Oh my goodness, where's my brain today? I'm just gonna grab out said journal again, so that I can check. So yeah, next week's live, so I was half right. Next week's live, I'm going to be kitting up my diamond painting for my February event, and then we're into February, and you've got 2 lives the first week of February from me. You've got one which is on the 1st of February, which will be the event launch live, and then Thursday is the Pagan Festival of Imbolc. So I will be doing a witchy live, doing a little witchy celebration of Imbolc. So for those of you that are interested in such things, you can come along to that. We will be hopefully ushering in the very, very early stages of spring. Robin, you're brave holding it while painting, lol. I wouldn't hold it if it wasn't solid. But also, I think being on the camera, I'm trying to give it to you so that you've got a bit of a better view of what I'm doing. And I find myself slowly, sort of getting lower and lower to the desk as I work. So yeah, lots of interesting stuff coming up on the channel. Obviously, next month is going to be pretty hectic with the event. For those of you that don't know, because maybe I haven't mentioned it enough, it's the hashtag DP Hearts and Diamonds 23, which is a love, romance, relationship themed event. We've got some lovely sponsors for the event. We have got Pencil Surprises sponsoring the event with some resin cover minders and some cute trinket trays, or and what else is there? Oh, there's the the God and Goddess plaques. So we've got those. We've got, oh, Robin, you're a lefty as well. Yes. In fact, I've just signed up. I'm going to Hobbycraft had an offer on an online course in fancy writing for left-handers specifically. So I've just signed up to do that because it's so rare to find things that are for left-handers. So a lot of us arty people are lefties, though. It does seem to be the case. Sorry. Got Prism diamond painting. They have very, very kindly put forward a 50 by 70 diamond painting canvas, which is, it's so cute. It's like a sort of traditional like a traditional tattoo sort of style artwork of a swallow with a love note. So that's been put forward from them. We've got a discount voucher from Spell Queen. The grand prize is a $50 voucher from Diamond Art Club. So if anyone has always wanted a Diamond Art Club painting and always thought they were a bit expensive, that would be a great opportunity to grab one for yourself. And we've also got custom pen and tray from Crafted Makes. So yeah, we've been very lucky with people coming forward and offering to sponsor the event. It's very exciting. I've never run an event before, so it's all new. We will muddle through the months together, having the best time, hopefully. That Jean-Paul Gaultier perfume, I know exactly what you mean, Robin. Yeah, just like the figure that Pencil Surprises unmolded. Yeah, little curvy lady. I think it might actually be raining here now, which means it might have warmed up a little bit because it was just freezing earlier. I can hear the rain starting to come down. Apologies again for the weirdly patchy connection. I can't even blame my son this week because he is asleep. So it's definitely not him. And although my daughter is home, she is just, you know, she's, well, I know she's planning to watch Love Island, so she won't be doing much online stuff. Empty perfume bottles and then turn them into little lamps. Oh wow, I'm a sucker for a pretty perfume bottle. In fact, a pretty any bottle. I have been known to pay way over the odds for bottles of water and bottles of wine just because they were in nice bottles. It is yeah, it's not very sensible, but yeah, I do like a cute bottle. I got rather distracted with having to make this paint, and ordinarily I would have started with the lighter colours, but in the colour this bright, it's not ideal patches, but I'm making it work. I do want to do another once my event is finished, so once we're into March, I do want to have another crack at the Nerdy Crafter box, the first one. The Not Another Crap kit, as opposed to the super Not Another Crap kit. Because I've never made one of those on camera, so that's the kit that I used to make my little witch figurine. So yeah, I think that's definitely on the list for later in the year. If there's anything people would like to see in lives, do let me know. Like I've always said, yeah, I want to make content that you want to watch, so if there's something you want to see, let me know. It's one of the reasons I don't do too many poetry videos anymore, because they were just not popular. And yeah, there's not much point me doing a thing that nobody wants to watch, so I will keep my poetry to myself. That is also interesting. I have noticed there are white sections in the painting, but no white paint. And I've just looked, and you're just supposed to leave those blank. That's going to look weird. And I'm not going to do that. I'm going to paint them white. Because otherwise it will just look unfinished, I think. That's my opinion. Yeah. I don't... Have I got any other... Right. Just... Is that the last of the 16? Oh no, one more 16 and then I'll do what I was going to do. 16. How are we doing? Hi Natalia. Thank you for joining. Yeah, I'm just struggling with a paint by numbers kit at the moment, because when I opened it, all the paint was dry. But I've had it for too long to send it back. So I have been remixing some paint and trying to make this old paint work. It seems weird that the highlights in the flower would be unpainted. I can't see any more 16s, so that's good. So all that kerfuffle with making brown paint just for that little bit. Yeah, seems to be all of it. So that's fine. Put to one side. Put you in for a wash. Yeah, what I was going to do was drag down from just above me some of my other paint by numbers that I've done, which are larger. Just gonna move those paints out of the way. Let's move you out of the way as well. So this one was from Crafty. And was so much fun to do. Really, really, really lovely. I liked this one a lot. I did go in some of these fine lines, or fine-ish lines. I went in with acrylic paint pens to finish them off, just because I found that easier. But yeah, it was a really nice design to do. I liked that a lot. That was one from last year. In fact, I'm just realising now that I think when I did my year in review, I didn't include the paint by numbers. I don't know. Maybe I did. I don't remember. This is one from Victoria's Moon. This was the first PR canvas that I was sent. And it's like a white horse with cherry blossom. Yeah, so I learned a lot doing this one. Yeah, so this one's 2021. This one was done. Yeah, I learned a lot doing this. It was really exactly what you but yeah, I do like how it turned out, and eventually it will get put in a frame. Yeah, I love my horses. Yeah, I'm not like a traditional horse girl, but I definitely have an affinity with pagans, sort of work with as a pagan, is Epona. So she's like a horse goddess. So this is the one you may have seen me do most recently. This one came from one of the budget diamond painting-y craft stores. This was the one where I went off script a little bit with the background, and because I knew it had to be a gradient, I just painted it as a gradient. And I also used masking fluid to block out this silhouette first so that I could paint everything else and then peel off the masking fluid. So it's like masking tape but liquid. Peel that off and then paint what was left. So yeah, I do enjoy paint by numbers. They are, I think, quicker to do than diamond paintings. Some people would disagree. But yeah, for me, I find them much quicker. And it's a different sort of enjoyment. It's not exactly the same. Looking at these brown splodges now, that looks like an eye there. What could it be? But no, they are flowers. So let's see if we can work with this lilac-y colour and do the background. That's going to be a fiddly one probably. Let's grab out some skinnier brushes to get into those gaps, as well as a fat brush for the larger spaces. So can I make this paint work? So for those of you that have come in later, the paints were all kinds of gloopy and they are still not really behaving, but I'm going to try and make it work. We'll see. Yeah, as I say, this is the Nerdy Crafter Smart Art brush. They are really nice quality. So we're doing A3 now, so it's all this background colour. So I'm just going to go in quite blobby to fill up the large spaces, and then I'll go back with a fine brush and do the edges, just like painting a room. So what's everyone been up to? Have you been keeping busy or just keeping warm? Yeah, Natalia, I've literally just been talking about that. Yes, I am doing an event in February. That is DP Hearts and Diamonds 23. So any picture that is love, romance, hearts, dating, anything like that is eligible. I've said minimum size 30 by 40. just because unless, and I will put this out there, I know some people have already said that they are doing the full set of Paint Gem minis. That's fine. Because collectively, if you put all those together, that is obviously more than 30 by 40. So yeah, total finished size more than 30 by 40. It needs to be a new start, starting on the 1st of February, but you can kit up before then. Natalia and anybody else, if you'd like to join, there will be, all of the information will be up on the Crafty Coven group, which is my group on Facebook. That is where you will be invited to share your starting photos. You can then share anywhere you like using the hashtag over the course of the event. And yeah, the prizes will be given out using a wheel spinner thing, random picker, on a Wednesday, and we have got some fab prizes. There's 3 prizes every week, so lots of opportunity to win. It's open to everybody all over the world. Yeah, so very excited. Oh, thank you, Shaz, for sharing the link. That's really helpful. I am filming with my phone at the moment, so my ability to do stuff and do this is a bit limited. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the event. I can't wait for it to get started. I'm sort of regretting doing it in February just because it's a short month, and that means obviously I've got less time to complete my canvas for the event. I'm doing Valentine's Masquerade, which is a Diamond Art Club canvas. So yeah, I am excited to get started. I've had that one in my stash for a while. It was one that I got the day it launched because I'd fallen in love with it. So yeah, but if you tune into my live next week, you'll get to see that because I'm going to be kitting up in next week's live. So more, it's work quite hard to cover the texture of the paper, so that's somewhat annoying. I've probably added too much water now. I really shouldn't be mixing my paint with a brush either. That's a bit kind of, it's bad art form. Everybody does it though. Everybody does it. But yeah, should really be using a palette knife for mixing, or lollipop sticks and anything else you've got to hand. I tend to hold on to skewers and things that have been used. Whenever we get like Chinese takeout and they give us wooden chopsticks, I always hold on to them even after they've been used, sort of rinse them up, and they go into my art stash for pokey sticks and tools. That is better, but it might need 2 coats now because it's going on smoother, but it's also lighter because more water. So, yes, I am always, well, I always plan to do a live at 8 o'clock UK time on a Wednesday. If I'm not here, it's normally health related, and I do try to put a note in the the community tab on YouTube. Try and put something there if for any reason I'm not going to be live. And also try and put something on the Facebook group. I'm not great at remembering to update Instagram. That's kind of my least reliable. I think mostly Instagram I find frustrating because you can't put links. So yeah, so it's not as easy as to just post a link or. But yeah, I try and get out 2 videos a week plus a live. Doesn't always happen because, as I say, I do struggle with my health, and sometimes life gets in the way. But yeah, the hope is always to do 2 videos a week. Mondays and Fridays are my upload days, so I try and spread the content out, try and give you a bit of variety. So this Friday, my upload is just explaining about the event. So that's for this Friday. Last Monday was my finish of my diamond painting of the curvy girl that I did for Pencil Surprises event, which is this month's event. That is hashtag DP Big Butts 23, and that's going to be an annual event because it's been so successful that Sharon and Pencil Surprises and Diamond Grandma are going to run that again next year. So it's been lots of fun so far, and I've really enjoyed that canvas that I worked on. I am already looking at canvases for next year. So yeah, there's lots of options out there, lots of cute curvy ladies. Maybe we need to find some curvy guys as well, some dad bods that we can diamond paint. You don't get a lot of images of guys in diamond painting, so might be interesting to have a look, see if we can find some. The other event that I'm doing is the Jeremiah Kettner event this month, which is just the artwork of Jeremiah Kettner. So it's just Diamond Art Club paintings because that's where he's licensed. And he's also that event is also allowing colouring as well. And on his website you can like download colouring sheets and stuff of his artwork. So that's been quite good fun. I definitely think I might. Well, I'm definitely planning to do more colouring this year anyway. But yeah, I think if the Jeremiah Kettner event is an annual event, then I will do colouring next year. Yeah, his artwork's lovely though. It's like a oh, Natalie, you've got Jeremiah Kettner stuff as well. Oh yeah, I'm doing Midnight Owl. I also have the one of his that's I can't remember what she's called, but it's a girl night sky with cats. I can't remember what that was called, but I opted to do the owl for this event because it was in rounds. Because I was already doing another event, I thought I would not take on too much. Oh, you've got the same ones. Yeah, I'm having great fun doing the owl. I started from the bottom and I'm working up. The bottom of the painting was super quick, lots of colour blocking. The feathers of the owl slowed me down a little bit, although there's still plenty of opportunity for multi-placing. So that's been fun. But yes, that's my project for next week, is to get that done, because I don't want to have too much on towards the end of this month, because I'd quite like a little break before my event, just to sort of chill for a bit and not have to. I don't want to be, running towards the end of the month still with canvases to finish. That's not fun. And from well deadline. So yeah, if something's got to be done by a certain date and I've set myself that target, I'm not good at not hitting that. Oh, that's really interesting. Yeah, there we go. So Sharon says next year they are allowing all crafts as long as it fits the theme for the Big Butts event. That's really cool. I feel like more and more events now are sort of opening up to other crafts. I suppose sometimes it depends on who's sponsoring the event, because sometimes the sponsors will, have opinions about what you can and can't do, which is fair enough if they're supplying prizes. But I know Jeremy from JTMJ Crafts, he does a horse-based event each year, Giddy Up with JTMJ Crafts, and that is any craft with a horse, because one of Jeremy's other hobbies is wood burning. So yeah, you've got no sponsors for next year's event yet. It's early days. Early days for next year. I already had somebody ask me if I was going to run the February event next year, and I was like, I really don't know. We'll see how it goes this year. But there are a lot of February events, and so I don't know. We will see. I feel like I should maybe be doing an event that's a bit more on brand and a bit more witchy, but that then leads itself into October, and October is jam-packed with events. So maybe I need to do something. I did think about doing a year-long event that was Wheel of the Year based, but I don't know. That's just still, it's a seed of an idea in the back of my head at the moment, so won't say too much because I don't really know anything yet. It's just, there's ideas. Is anyone else taking part in other events this year that I haven't mentioned, that maybe I don't even know about? I am on the there's the Diamond Painting Events group on Facebook. That is my sort of go-to resource for events, but I know there are other event groups around and stuff. And Mr. and Mrs. Dube or Dubé on Instagram, they've got their list of events. I like events because it helps me to choose what to do, and it gives me a bit of purpose and a direction for the month, so I can sort of plan out. And I do try, when it comes to events, to shop from my stash. So if I see an event that's, say there's an event and it was, I don't know, butterflies, I've got a number of different butterfly canvases, so that would be an event that I would be drawn to taking part in. Like, oh, I know I've definitely got canvases for that, and I can take part. In fact, maybe that's an option for next year. I'll do a butterfly event. I don't. I've got a gorgeous elephant canvas in like watercolor sort of style diamond, and I complete it. So yeah, if anyone's doing a I don't know, yeah, large animal type, yeah, or jungle themed event or something, you've taken, yes, yeah, Loving Sparkles has her Let Your Witch Goddess Free in October. I do that one last year? I can't remember. No, because my October canvas, I did the Festival of Witches in September. So yeah, September last year I did the Christmas Mandy Manzano canvas. So that's why I didn't do that event. But yeah, otherwise I would definitely have done it. Definitely one for the list for this year. But yeah, October's a busy month. So Natalia, you've had a bit of a break from diamond painting, just catching up on what's going on. Oh yeah, it's definitely, it's still all hugely popular. I think it's okay to take a break and do something else, or just do nothing for a bit. The nice thing about diamond paintings is, you know, it's not like if you got really into baking and then decide to take a break and then all of your ingredients went bad, you can stick a diamond painting in a cupboard and come back to it ages from then and it'll still be absolutely perfect, and you can just pick up where you left off. So it's a nice hobby for that reason. One of the things that I found last year was that I did a lot of diamond painting and not a lot of my other crafts. So I've only really got two resolutions for this year. They're not sort of proper resolutions. I'm not really a New Year's resolution person, but my sort of goals for this year are to read more books and to show different crafts on the channel. So just I want to do more other things and let you guys into my life a bit more. For all that this paint was gloopy, it's actually turned out quite nice now. Where are we going now? A3 up here. Sharon, how's the connection now? Is it better or is it still a bit ropey? I'm gonna have to, I don't know how to fix stuff like that. The only thing I could try is maybe next week not using StreamYard and going directly through YouTube, but I'm not sure. Not as jumpy. That's good. I'm glad. Obviously, last week, and then she just kept getting kicked. And yeah, finished the stream pretty early in the end, just because the connection was so bad. It was embarrassing. Oh, feeling a bit better with this now that I'm getting sort of getting an idea now of how it's going to look. I am liking this lilac-y colour. It's very pretty. I do keep finding that I forget to talk though, so my apologies if there are moments of silence. Doing a £1 a week challenge and a 1p a day challenge. That's your goals for this year, and to pass your driving test. Wow. Okay. That's impressive. Yeah. So is that just picking one day a week and trying not to spend money? So what else do I have to chat to you about? Unfortunately, my week has thus far been fairly uneventful. Yeah, I've not really done much of anything. Some diamond painting. But yeah, what have I done? Nothing really. Oh, so it's savings, right? Okay, so you save. I'm just going to put that on screen. There we go. So save £1, then save £2, then save £3. Wow, that's a really good idea. Yeah, really good idea. It's a good job I watered this paint down. There wouldn't have been enough otherwise. We are definitely scraping the barrel. So Just need, there's a couple of little bits that I've got to get into. There. And, but yeah, like I've said before, I try not to be too precious, particularly when it's stuff like this where it's organic flowers and leaves and things. It's always going to look more realistic and more like you actually painted it yourself from scratch if it's a bit more fluid, I suppose. If I missed any more. I'm also just going back through, and where I can still see the numbers showing through the paint, I'm just adding a little bit of extra paint. That's always the bit of a giveaway with paint by numbers, is if you can still see the numbers through. On the larger canvases, I have been known to go in with either some white paint or even a bit of Tipex on occasion to take the number out first, sort of mask it a bit. Is that everything? This is my yeah, right, okay. That's all of that one. So let's get that brush cleaned up. So yeah, it's not bad. And I really wish that I had opened this sooner after getting it. As I said, I bought it last year, so I reckon it's 6 months old, and it hadn't been opened until today. Where in the UK am I? Down south. Yeah, Hampshire. So. Although I have been told before that my accent's a bit scattered, so. Okay. Yeah, it's coming together. It is coming together. I am going to stop and have a slurp of coffee though, which has gone cold, but it's still, yeah. Oh goodness, needed that though. All right. Oh, me and my squeaky chair. That's on the list, I think, for maybe I'll treat myself when I hit my next subscriber goal. New desk chair. I bought this gaming chair when I first started running with, but chair. But it's fine. It's just very squeaky, and has lost a fair amount of its sort of cushioning because it gets a lot of use. So could definitely do with something a bit new. Right, let's, what have we got? To see if I don't know. There's a fair amount of talking to myself that happens when I'm crafting. Right, let's grab a slightly naff brush. So we want, this is the paint from number 2, which is, yeah, you can see how thick that is, even though I've already mixed that with some additional water. Is there any more I can get out of there? I think we'll need to add a bit more water to that. See if we can't bring it back to life a little bit. Where's everybody in the chat from then? So obviously I'm UK, down south. Who's the furthest afield? We haven't got Palmy with us today, unless she's lurking. Obviously don't say exactly where you live, just country, state, whatever. Okay, so this is number 2. Let's see if we can. Okay, coverage is quite good with that. That's not bad at all. That's 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. That's not. Right, that brush is too big for this. Go back to this one. Okay, Lady Anna, West Midlands. My grandparents live just outside Northampton, so that's my main knowledge of that sort of area. I'm kind of hoping that one day I will find more diamond painter people that are near me. That would be nice. Even the other southerners tend to be sort of more Londony. But yeah, one of the things when I was talking to Steve from Crafty Makes, when I was first talking to him about the sponsorship of the event, we were talking about actual physical get-togethers, and wouldn't it be great to run like a diamond painting event where everybody got together in person. And Steve was sort of saying, it would be great if we could get everybody down to his workshop, and he could do because he does pen turning, so he was like, we could do like a pen turning workshop. It's like, maybe in the future. these are big ideas. They're big ideas that are definitely they're going to be in my head for a while, but we'll see. Oh, Natalia, you're London based. This pink is not covering the numbers very well. Should have gone in with a white first, maybe. But we are coming together. Gosh, have I been yabbering away for nearly an hour and a half already? Goodness. Well, we did have a slow start, so maybe that's why. does explain why I'm feeling a bit croaky, or croakier than I already was. This is why it's nice to have guests on the channel, because then they can talk for a bit. But you need a stable connection for that, and clearly I did not have one last week. I do love, oh, cramp in my fingers. I do love the way that, yeah, sort of the crafting community and sort of YouTube and stuff has meant that I now have people that I consider friends who are all over the country, and in some cases over the world. And yeah, it's kind of mad to, yeah, it's been a number of times recently where I've almost felt like that I was getting ready to, you know, go out for a night with friends, when actually it was just that I was going to a live that someone was running, and I was sort of like, oh no, yeah, don't want to be late, got somewhere to be. But that's quite nice. It's nice to, I like that sort of, I struggle to go out, so this kind of gives me some of that sort of community feeling without me having to compromise my sanity by leaving the house. Also, yeah, it means that if I'm feeling particularly rubbishy, I can still tune into a live stream, or and just have it on and know that I'm supporting other people and their channels without actually having to do too much to take part. That's why I've always said I'm more than happy for people to lurk in the background of my videos. I am totally grateful of that, and I think sometimes you just want to have somebody chattering to you in the background while you get on and do your own crafting. Sharing that. Yeah, please do go over to the Crafty Coven and join up. Also, I'm going to put the sponsor info for Crafted Makes, because that is available now. You don't have to wait till the event to make the use of that discount code. That is available for anybody to use to go and get yourself a discount off of Steve's products on his Etsy store. If there's any problem with the code, there shouldn't be, but if there is a problem with the code not working, just drop him a message and say Crafty Witch sent you, and he will sort you out. So he has made some fab pens. Where is mine? Here's mine. Yeah, so this is my custom diamond pen that Steve made for me. It is horse chestnut wood and then purple and blue resin, and I've just changed it over to a rainbow forever tip, and it just looks amazing. So yeah, very, very cool. There's cover minders that Steve's just started doing as well now that I need to get for myself. Yeah, on the list of something to get. They're holographic and amazing. I'm a sucker for anything hollow though, honestly. If it comes in hollow, I will buy it in hollow. Or that kind of metallic rainbow colour. Going because again, I think it looks more natural if you just, you know, you're following that line, you're letting it guide you, but you're not being controlled by it too much. This is super lumpy paint though. Hi Jodie. Oh, that diamond art pen is gorgeous. Yes. As I say, you can get them from Crafty Makes. The way that one was made was on his Etsy store. I chose a blank, which is like a block of resin, and then I chose a shape, and so then he makes it for you in the shapes that you've picked. And in fact, he was so good because initially the blank that I chose and the shape that I chose, he got in contact and said, you know, that they wouldn't necessarily work well together, that I would lose a lot of the resin because I'd chosen a really skinny pen. So yeah, he's definitely a great person to work with when it comes to you know, he knows his stuff and he's willing to work with you so that you get something you're happy with, but also but yeah, if you're going to go and grab a pen, use the 15% off code that's scrolling on the bottom at the moment. Well worth it. Yeah, and there's lots of stuff on the Etsy store. There's also ready-made pens as well if you're not, you know, fussed about having one that's specifically custom made for you. He's got lots of ready-to-go pens up there as well. Oh, right. Oh, I made a mess of that bit. Let's see if I can't scoop that up. There we go. We'll work with it. It's so lumpy. Now, obviously the connection is a little bit ropey. From what I can see, we've lost a few folks, which is a shame, but it happens. We've done an hour and a half. Unless I get a mad influx of people saying, no, don't go, I will probably call it once I've finished this colour. And then hopefully I will be able to show you this finished by next time. At the moment, obviously, we've got rubbishy paint, but the actual canvas itself is quite nice to work on. And I quite like the image and the way that it's coming together. Thank you, Lady Anna. Yes. Yeah, the weather is problematic for the internet, it seems, which is kind of annoying. And I know, you know, streaming is always going to be, live streaming is always going to be worse than just, you know, regular video watching. Right. Is that the last number 2? I think it might have been. Yes. So I think that's probably a good place to stop. This pink paint has literally, it looks like cottage cheese. Look how lumpy it is. Rubbish to work with. But hard work that it was we got there. So yeah, you know what? I don't hate how this is looking. It's it is coming together. For those of you that were not here at the beginning, this is the box picture, so gives you an idea of what it's going to look like. We've already established that it's weird that these white bits are not supposed to be painted, but they definitely should be. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, my hands are cold. My coffee's cold. Everything's cold. So I do think that now's a good place to stop. I'm going to let this dry and I'll come back to it. Obviously, like I said, next week the live will be me kitting up for my event. So hopefully you will join me for that. And video if you want to take part. We are still open to the idea of last minute sponsors. If anybody sees this and is desperate to come in and support, whether that be through making a donation that will cover the postage, or just offering to support the channel in some other way for the event, I would like to hear from you. My inbox is always open. You can email me at it's just thecraftywitch@gmail.com. You can get me there, and obviously Facebook group, Facebook page, Instagram, Twitter, all of that stuff. You can find me on all of the socials apart from TikTok, because TikTok scares me. So I'm not there. But you can find me elsewhere. Thank you, Shaz, for sharing those group links again. Yes, be safe and well. Yes, thank you all for joining me. If you're watching on replay, don't forget to hashtag replay in the comments so I know that you were here. Thank you to everybody that's been here for the live. I know it is tricky with my connection being a bit ropey at the moment. I will get onto Virgin and see if I can come up with a better solution for the future. Yes, I agree. You can wear your PJs in a live. I am dressed, just to make that clear, but maybe I'll wear my PJs to a future live. We'll have a bit of a pajama party. I know that other people have done in the past as well. So I think I've said thank you about 5 times now, but yes, thank you all for coming. Please do remember to share, comment, subscribe, become a member of the Crafty Coven, and I will see you in the next one. Stay crafty.